Yo, can you hear me? Cause I can't hear you, my nigga. I can't hear you. Hey, dogs. Yeah, that shit is over there. What you doing?
All right, so we was just having a little bit of technical issues right there. Can you hear me now, my brother?
Yes, I do, my brother. Yes, I do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you live it? Let me. Listen, I happen to have messed the intro up due to technical difficulties. I'm messing the intro up, messing the quality of the show up. What's going on, my brother? Talib Bands. What's going? Is it Talib or is it Talib? I feel like I'm gonna always
Talib
mess that
Dance.
up. Talib.
Talib. Yeah, Talib. Yeah,
Let the
lead.
people know what you drinking, my brother. What you drinking on, my brother?
Man, I got a Long Island iced tea on their ass.
You got a Long Island. Where'd you get Did you make a Long Island iced tea?
I most certainly did.
Okay. We gotta ask you kindly not to smoke on the stream, though, my brother. Very kindly. Very kindly.
No problems.
I, I like the incense look where how it's burning into the camera though. How it's burning into the yeah. I like that.
You
I like that.
know what I mean? Spiritual being.
Yeah, very spiritual vibes. What's going on, my brother? How you living today, man?
Man, I'm living good, man. It's Monday. Got back to work, got back to the money after a restful weekend. Needed it.
Yes,
So, we blessed. We up.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see you got the pins on your hat and all that. What you got going on? Okay. That's the vibe. I see you.
You know what I'm saying? You know I always keep an ice cream. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
You know what I mean? So yeah, something light.
Yeah, man. For sure. And if y'all don't know, as always, I'm drinking my go-to whiskey, the Diplomatico. For sure.
That shit.
If you
Make
have
sure y'all get
listen,
that shit. Yeah.
smoothest whiskey for sure, for sure. Um, but I want to ask you, my brother, due to all the technical difficulties we were having, I want to ask you, my brother, what's up with your man LeBron? He just broke the the record for second all time in scoring, but his team can't get a win. What's going on, man?
It's very LeBronish. Um, I that's what LeBron does.
Okay.
We can't expect anything less. Um, actually, double salute to the big bro. Um, another accolades in the book. And I guess what LeBron kind of teaches us is what everyone should take on as a lesson is you can be the hardest working person in your circle. You can be the hardest working person in the field.
Right.
It does take a team to get where you need to get, but if your team is not on the same timing as you'll never ever get exactly where you want to get. You'll
I hear
have to
that.
settle with where y'all can get as a group. So don't be mad when a nigga want to change and move away to a different type of energy that moves according to his steps. Don't be mad. So LeBron, keep doing what you're doing. I'm not mad at how the Lakers are moving. The Lakers is moving exactly how they're supposed to be moving. It's unfortunate, but that's reality.
Mhm. I want to switch gears a little bit here because I remember a couple weeks ago the Nets traded James Harden to the Sixers. Obviously, my man Talib is a Brooklyn native, and he may or may not have heard that Ben Simmons is not yet on the court and does not look to be making his way to the court in the near future. So I want to get your thoughts on that a little bit. What do you thus far?
Right.
Who do you think won the trade?
I still think Brooklyn won that trade.
Okay.
We got a young player
Okay.
who's willing to learn. He's arguably with the two best players in the league, and I'm not saying like they're the number two because I have them on the top five, but arguably, yeah, two of the top five. I'll word it that way. Two of the top five players in the NBA. He's going to be under their wing. So, if he's smart, and if the Nets organization is smart, they'll probably just wait till next year because a lot did happen with him with Philly. And I think mentally he still needs to kind of work that out. He still needs to get that process out before he can, kind of jump into training with them. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the best for him, other than just kind of throwing him into the game. Like, yeah, we understand you was going through what you was going through, but look, you're happy now. We gave you some money. Hey, play. That's not healthy. I don't think the next organization would have liked to even had looked like that on ESPN in the morning, saying
Right.
that's what they did to that young man. So. Whatever they do with him, I hope they take their time. I hope he listens, and I hope he's happy where he's at.
You think the Nets actually have an opportunity to win without Ben Simmons being on the court?
Of course.
Think-
They've been putting in work, and they got a good squad. They got a good roster. Like I said, their two top players are healthy.
Okay.
Pardon me, excuse me, world. Two top players are healthy, and they're doing what they need to do to make sure the team elevates past what anyone's expectation is of them. Of course, they did fall, unfortunately, which closed off their winning streak. But that's gonna happen to the best of them. Shake it off, get back in the gym, watch the tape, and let's get back to it.
Right. Well, I mean, did you so it's I mean, you're talking like you have not yet heard the news about his most recent injury. Have you heard about his injury?
The only injury I've heard about, and I'm not gonna hold you, is Steph Curry.
Okay, the Steph Curry injury. That was a terrible injury. I mean, what? Okay, so
Is it a terrible injury? And I'm not coming off like an asshole. I'm coming off as a if I was a basketball player and I was already worried about what the Warriors were doing this whole season.
okay.
Let's not lie. There are a lot of teams and a lot of even coaches out there, and ain't nothing wrong with that because that's just the spirit and the competitiveness of the game. And as ugly as it may sound and seem, it is what it is. And this is reality. There are players happy. Sit your ass down, Curry. Go home. Go be with the wife and the kids and nurse that. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting on a lot of money. We'll see you next year. Now we're going to see what the Warriors can do without him.
Right.
But let's be honest. We can sit here and be, oh, no, you sound so mean. All right. But he's in a competitive world where there's some players that are like, yo, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Let's be honest.
Listen.
Do get better though, Curry. know what I mean? No
Listen,
hard feelings, nigga. I just keep it 1,000, son. So
I
we
think
here.
I think that was a dirty play. I think that was a very dirty play. I think it was a very dirty play. Not necessarily a dirty play, like an intentional dirty play, but
Right.
those are the plays that you just don't want to see in basketball, but let alone on a superstar. You get what I'm saying?
Nonetheless, it's a sport. It happens. There
It,
was a lot of shit done in the 90s and in the 80s to basketball players that if they were doing that shit now, you would be saying something else different. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll concede that point to you. That is a good point. That is a very, very fair point as well. I guess my only thing is, um, in the day and age of where we are in terms of media stories and how people can swing narratives and carry out narratives, there is such a thing as what makes you successful is a detriment to your success. There is a such thing as that. You get what I'm saying? So, and I'm only saying that because we all been on a basketball court where we had there was just one guy at the basketball court who was just playing defense way too aggressively. Way
of course,
too aggressively.
my guy.
Way too aggressively, and everybody's like, look, you got to chill out, man, because somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt. You got to stop doing that because you could play aggressive, but you got to chill out and ease up a little bit because somebody's gonna get hurt. Well, that was the injury against Steph Curry. It was one of those plays where it's like, yo, you got to chill out because somebody's gonna get hurt. That was one of those plays.
And the competitiveness of it, if it was done to a lesser player, someone that's not on Steph Curry's level, how would it have still been looked at?
Well, I agree with you.
This is a competitive sport. Now, look at this. Before you take that, my brother, I'm sorry if I interrupted. But if Steph Curry, he's nice with the handle. Mm-hmm. If he mixes a nigga up, and now his ankles are broken, are we mad at? And then Curry makes the shot. Now, look at your ankles, nigga. Ain't nobody mad that he's out for the rest of the year.
I'll give you that. That's a fair point.
So where somebody say, yo, that was a hard foul, I'm like, yeah, absolutely right. And then there's some people, but it's basketball. And hey, they gotta be tougher than that. And it's like, all right, but it's fucked up. But this is the sport that they're in. These are guys that drive down to the paint in front of a guy that's literally 10 times their weight and way taller than them. Mm-hmm. And then, do something miraculous, Euro step around these niggas, and then when they get hurt, then it's like, yo, it's his fault. It's like, come on.
Yeah. No,
come on, like you know what I'm saying? But it's basketball. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to your favorite player, it's gonna happen to your least likely player.
Right.
It's gonna happen on that court.
Let me ask you this. I have seen Joel Embiid play some of the best basketball I've seen him play in years. I've actually been to a live basketball game where you have Joel Embiid versus Jokic, Nikola Jokic. That's what it is. I'm sorry. So Nikola Jokic versus Embiid. Of these two, who do you think is the better player, Joel Embiid, or do you think Jokic is better? What are your thoughts?
That's easy. Joel.
Okay.
He's been wilding the fuck out. First of all, wilding out. He's been doing everything amazing. And then when he misses his shot, I'm surprised. I think it's the basket's fault. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's going on?
Yo, my man is wild. You said when he misses a shot, you think it's the basket's fault.
How'd he miss that? We got to question what's going on this court.
I'm with you. I'm with
You
you.
feel me? So, like from what I've seen from him, he's a superstar. He has many years
For
to
sure.
go. He has many years to show us what he has in store. I wish nothing but health on this young man, nothing but success. Um, does should he stay with his team?
Watch
Honestly,
yourself. Watch yourself.
I know that's why I didn't say anything. I just said should he stay with his team? I left that up for the listeners and the people around the world to answer because I
Watch
already have
yourself.
my answer. And I'm not gonna let y'all know until the next show.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself. He walking on thin ice. He walking on. So
I mean,
you think he
that
needs to go to what? You think he needs to go to a different team?
I'm not gonna answer that right now, but I know the world has been thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want him to have um what's this dude's name from the motherfucking Blazers. And I'm upset at this.
Lillard.
The Lillard effect.
The
You
little
understand?
the Lillard effect. Right. I got you.
People don't want the Lillard effect to happen, so it's like, yo, don't do that. Don't be
Yeah.
too faithful to a team, my brother,
Mm-hmm.
and and get too caught up in the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, yo, look what he did this game, yo, look what he did this game. But at the end of the day, when ESPN is talking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When ESPN is like, yo, when they talking about you, you gonna want some rings on you. And
Yeah.
that's just a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I want to send that out to any young player. And this is just reality. I understand loyalty.
Hmm.
Loyalty should be loyalty should be something that comes when everyone on the team is moving on the court. If you're not getting it the first 2 to 3 years, respectively, you got to look somewhere else.
Hmm. Well, that's crazy, my brother.
Think about that. No, as an athlete, if you just want to play ball and like I made it to the NBA and I just want to do my best. And if we make it, we make it. If we don't, we don't. But if I'm traded around, is that all right? Cool. Move how you want to move. But I'm talking about those players who are franchise players. I'm talking about those players who take the last shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those talents that the only person I want to see win a ring this year is CP3.
Mm.
Let's get the rings of son.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He needs that. He needs that. First of all, does it tarnish his legacy? No, not in any sense. This man has done more than enough off the court for basketball players and people who aren't basketball players and children. You know,
That's true.
more than any accomplishment that a ring can hold. To be honest, the ring is just a cherry on any type of thing.
That's true.
But I want to see him get a ring. You know, and for those young players, don't. I'm telling you, be very aware of that, especially where the league is going.
Mm-hmm.
Be very aware of that.
I agree. Now you do know that obviously CP3 is the well we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. And okay, so in terms of because I wanna reel this back into Joker and Embiid, right? So with these two players, very, very dominant players, you believe that Embiid is better than Joker in terms of what degree? Like what? Okay, so if we had to quantify it, right, and give these players on a scale of 1 to 10, where would Embiid fall on a scale of 1 to 10? Where would Joker to you fall on a scale of 1 to 10?
10, 10 for 10 for Embiid.
Okay.
And I'm not taking anything away from Jokic. He's a
Okay.
good player. I'll give him a solid 7.
Damn, what? So you think that Joker is 3 levels lower than Embiid?
But when you talking about if you broke it down into sections, there would be a different score. And what I mean by that is if you were talking about who's going to protect the paint more, Joker, I'm gonna give Joker that, so he's gonna get a solid 10 for that.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? And B, he's gonna get a 7. He's gonna get a 7 for that. And if you talking agility, you know who you gonna pass the ball to on a fast break? You know what I'm saying?
But in Joker's defense, Joker would be running the fast break. He's a point guard. He's a point guard. I'm sorry, Joker is a point guard for sure. He's a point guard for sure.
Dogs. Pull up the stats.
He said, "Pull up the stats." I got you.
Pull up the stats.
Versus Embiid head-to-head stats. That was easy. Let me see. Do you want to go games played, or you just want to do stats? Let me see.
Let's do stats. What you got?
Not games played against each other. You want to see stats. Okay. Let me see if you can see these stats. Okay. Probably can't see those stats, so let's go on ahead and enlarge this a little bit.
You don't have to enlarge that.
Let me see.
That's a fucking shit, tall ass nigga, man.
How is that?
Yo, and I'm not gonna hold you. The Nuggets, my nigga, they did a solid ass job, bro. And he was running it, I know. But at the end of the day, when you put speed, agility, like if you said basketball IQ, I'm gonna give it to Jokic. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give it to Jokic.
I know, you feel me? I understand that.
B has never made the All NBA first team. You know why? You know why Embiid has never made the All NBA first team?
Go ahead and explain it, bro. I feel like you're gonna say something.
So, on the All NBA first team, it goes by positions. Yeah. So it has to be 2 guards who go. It has to be 2 forwards, and it can only be 1 center. So since the 2 of these players play center, one of them every year, doesn't matter how good each of them are, they can be the top 2 players. Even if these 2, which they have been at least the last 2 years, these 2 have been the top 2 players in the league. At least this year and last year, they have been the top 2 players in the league. Well, only one of them can make the NBA first team every year. It doesn't matter if they're the number 1 and number 2 player in the league. So that's a flaw in the NBA first team system, because these 2 players should have an equal number of NBA first teams, whether it be 1 and 1 or 2 and 2. Because honestly, this year and last year, first of all, this year and last year, both of them need to make it. That's just first and foremost. But every year,
you right here.
Joker is Jokic. I just need him to call him the Joker. Shit.
Yeah, but like I said, look at that, points per game. He kills them. Rebound.
But this is not the story. To me, this is not the story. To me,
Of course,
This
he's
is
going to work it on the assist because he's like you said, he's the point guard and he has a lot of IQ of the game. So he's going to see where those
right,
passes are at. So he's feeding the team. I
right.
get that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do. But yeah, total points. Yeah, damn, total points. Yeah, he's
I
total
mean,
points.
total points. This is misleading because Joker got drafted a year before Embiid. So
But that's unfair.
if you look at the differential and you add 1 year, Embiid can definitely have been past that or at least right there.
Especially
I
with the
mean,
year that he's having right now, bro. Guaranteed pass 1,000 points. I mean 10,000 points.
oh yeah, he's gonna pass 10,000 points. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, however. So Embiid has passed Joker in blocks, and he's played less games than him. Embiid is definitely going to hopefully pass him in rebounds eventually. He will eventually catch Joker in rebounds. It's gonna take him a while, but he could do it. Other than that, look at the field goal percentage. I think this tells a story more than anything. The field goal percentage, the free throw percentage, and then even the 3-point percentage.
Man, that 3 point percentage is pretty close.
Come on now, you can't give me this is pretty close. You can't tell me 33% and damn near 35% is close. Those are not close. This is the difference between going to a game 7 and not going to a game 7. That is not close. I tell you what, Kevin Durant's foot was close. That was close. Remember that game last year against the Bucks? That was close. Close but no cigar. Close doesn't get you anywhere.
But then again, like you said, this is again pointing on the fact that this guy's been in the league a whole year before this kid.
Well, he's been in the league a year before him, but
So
look at
it
look at
wouldn't
this
make
field
sense
goal
if
percentage.
his percentage is a little bit up.
You can't move your career field goal percentage 5 points in a year. You can't do that. He can't, and B can't go from 48 to 53 in 1 year. I mean, you just can't do that. You don't do that.
You can't take that away from him. Maybe he can do that.
You can't do that. I would like to see the player who has had their field goal percentage jump the highest, and what percentage point did they jump? Did they jump 13%? Did they I think if you I'm almost sure you can't jump 13% because this is taking into account a lot of shots, not just the fact that it's a percentage point. You can't just move these percentage points with just time. Like, you need a specific number. I mean, he's almost at 54%. Only a select few players shoot over 50%. I mean, and then once you get below 50%, it's easy to go down percentage points. It's very hard to go up. That's the hardest thing to do, is go up percentage points.
You're still trying to give it to Jokic, can't you?
Well, the only reason why I normally try to give it to Jokic is because I have this saying, right? And I've had this saying for years, right? The saying that I have is Embiid not better than that bull. That's my saying. Embiid ain't better than that bull. Every single time I see Jokic and Joker, I'll be trying to mix the two names, Jokic and Joker. Every time I see Joker on a fast break, his dime passes, the way he orchestrates a team, this bull is a point guard. He's a point guard. He's a 7'1" point guard. Like, it's crazy.
Fucking man tall. But he knows how to work with the paint. He knows how to work the point.
Oh, that's true. We got a hotels.com ad. They didn't pay us. Get out of here. All right. Let's look at, these are their playoff stats. So points per game, Jokic is better in the playoffs. Obviously, Jokic has been to a Western Conference Finals, and Embiid was crying on live TV. I don't know if you remember that part. Obviously assists per game. Joker got him on rebounds. I mean, that's fairly close. That's anecdotally close right there. That is statistically close right there. I'll give you that. Steals, that's fairly close. Blocks per game. I mean, this is just something that Embiid better be leading in blocks per game at the very least. At the very least. Obviously, Jokic played one more year than Embiid in the league, so these numbers could be skewed. I think the points per game tell a better story.
So, but for my brother though, that's the turnover.
Then we get to the field goal percentage again in the playoffs. Each of their field goal percentage goes down in the playoffs because Embiid was at 48, Jokic was at 43, but 46% in the playoffs is the difference between going home and advancing to the next round, for sure.
It's a team effort.
It is a team effort, but if your star in the playoffs, your star, Joel Embiid, is your star. Every year the Sixers have been to the finals, or excuse me, the playoffs, he's been the superstar. This percentage is the difference between your team either advancing or going home. This percentage. 51%, that is fairly good from your superstar. Remember, Jokic has been to the Western Conference Finals. Embiid has not been to the Western Conference Finals. That is the difference. Those 5 to 6 percentage points make up a world of difference. I mean, honestly, this could be a couple points in the playoffs.
You don't know Jokic eats in the playoffs.
What'd you say?
So you don't know who eats. So
and I mean, the 3-point percentage in the playoffs, that speaks for itself. The 32% in the playoffs ain't gonna cut it. I've had a ton of basketball coaches in my lifetime tell me, if you are not gonna shoot 33% from three, you might as well not shoot it at all. If you can't shoot 33%, that's one made three every 3 shots. If you can't make one made three every 3 shots, you might as well not shoot the 3. Embiid is at 32%. Jokic is at 40%, damn near 41%. That is a world. I mean, can we recognize that is a world of difference from the 3-point line?
That is a world difference. He's on the other side of the world. That
is different, completely different. And then don't get me started on free throw percentage, because I mean,
so you telling me in a 1-on-1 match, Jokic could beat Embiid?
In a 1-on-1 match,
yeah.
Embiid will probably wash the Joker in a 1-on-1 match.
That's me, my number one. That's who tells me who's better, and the streets know that.
Hold up.
No, I hear him, y'all. I hear him bringing up all the minor. Let me not say it like that, because you know what he does and his accolades aren't even minor. It's a big feat. But don't do that, because then when we want to get to the nit and the gritty, and we want to put the paperwork away, and we want to say, no, teacher, we don't want to do that homework.
Facts.
Let's take it to the street.
Facts. That's what it is. We don't want to do that homework.
You know, so please, y'all, you ain't telling me nothing right now, brother, because like I said, I will continue this stuff and be better. And that's it. You even agreed.
All right, I got one for you. I got one for you, and I'm very, very interested to hear what you say.
Got it.
All right, are you ready for this?
Always ready for this.
Who's better, KD or Embiid? Come on now. You was talking mighty higher, my brother Embiid. Now I'm putting you to the test. Who is better, Joel or KD? Kevin Durant, Mr. 35 foot and beyond. Who is better? Pause on the 35 foot.
I'm gonna have to get this. I'm gonna have to get this one to KD.
Okay, and why is that?
KD because the nigga,
Say it again.
he's amazing. It's not. KD is an amazing basketball player.
Okay.
I mean, basketball team. In particular order, everyone's dream team. Just effortlessly more than a 7 foot wing, more than a 7 foot wingspan. That's just ridiculous. Like, to the average person, do you know how far away this man can smack you in real life? Just a little something to think about. Who's better? And B, you got a lot to learn, and to be better for you to sit this game out from KD. And be over. Be over.
Well, let me ask you.
If you're talking teams, the Nets is, you know what I'm saying? The Nets is going to be.
Let me ask you this though. Who is better? KD or Giannis?
Honestly, a lot to learn, but I'm not taking away from Giannis's capability. I'm not taking away from the fact that Giannis is the reason why the Bucks have a motherfucking championship at all.
Yeah, I mean, because you said that he has a lot to learn. Like they didn't just win the most recent championship, and probably are gonna win this year's championship. I mean, what?
Whoa! I think you're talking a little too fast, my guy. Did you just say? No, I need to hear this correctly. Did you just say the Bucks are winning this year's championship?
Well, what I will say is that the Bucks have the best chance of any NBA team to win the championship.
Shame on you.
Who? Okay.
Shame on you. I'm gonna let
who in the NBA has a better shot than the Bucks this year to win the championship? Because don't forget the Bucks won the most recent championship. The Bucks won, and don't forget the Bucks haven't changed their squad. So tell me who has a better chance to win this year's championship if it's not the Bucks.
Son, I say it again. I'm a Laker fan. No, I'm not. I'm a LeBron fan.
Wait. Okay, I gotta stop you before you bring up the Lakers and LeBron. You said the Suns.
In fact,
do you not realize that the Bucks beat the Suns last year in the finals?
That's all right. That's gonna happen. Now,
do you remember how many games that series went?
They went to the distance.
It did not go to distance. It did go to distance. No, the Suns went the distance. The Suns went the distance.
It didn't go the way they wanted, but they did go the distance in terms of where their season had to end.
Yeah, that was a bad series for the Suns.
Guess what? They watched it like a million times. They did a few State Farm commercials.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that.
And now they don't.
So okay, so let me scale it back because now we have the Bucks and the Suns argument pushed to the side as my man is drinking his Long Island iced tea. Hopefully you enjoying that right there, my brother.
Everyone, everyone is drinking and drinking safely, of course.
Of
And I hope
course.
you're behind the wheel listening. I hope you're drinking water.
Let me say this. Let me say this. The Bucks have the best chance to come out of the East for sure.
That's a fact. Bucks do. But let's not just like make it seem like these niggas is just going to win uh, a championship career. That's not.
I mean, I'm
It's
just
not.
well. Let me say this though: if they came out of the East and went against the Suns, I will put 100% of the money that I have on the Bucks to win.
100%
100% of my money. Any money that I had laying around, if I had like some little piggy banks with a couple dollars of change in it, I'll go cash the change in and place my money on the Bucks to win.
So tell me this. So you totally counted out the 76ers. That's what you're saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Sixers ain't going to the finals. Yeah, for sure.
That's what I wanted to hear, my friend.
So you think
That's all I wanted to hear. Like,
I see what you did there. I see what you did there, and I fell for it. That was my bad. I fell for it, but I see what you did there. But yes, I said it, so I got to stand on it. The Sixers are not going to the finals. The Nets are a long shot to go to the finals for sure, but I still think the Nets probably have a better shot to go to the finals than the Sixers. What I will say is that the Sixers better hope the Nets don't win a championship this year. Because if the Nets win the championship this year, not only will the Sixers be so mad because Ben got a ring, but Harden will be pissed because the Nets and KD and Kyrie got a ring.
this nigga just left. And yo, first of all, Harden, I'm not a hate ass nigga. I am a nigga that need to understand how the fuck do you be like with a group of people and they doing what they need to do and you cry about it, but when you look at your game and your tape, you don't want to talk about it.
Right. I agree. I'm with you. Tell me more. Tell me more.
That's all I want to know, Mr.
Tell
James.
me more.
That's all I want to know. Like, come on, like really talk
more.
You upset. Brooklyn getting that ring. Because you know what the reporters is gonna be asking you all year long. That's gonna be it. You actually be ready to play again.
Facts.
If I was James Harden, to be honest with you, I would have still with Brooklyn.
Me too.
He wasn't even with Brooklyn for what, 3 years?
Right. He was with Brooklyn for what? A full calendar year. That's it.
Boy, like
12 months. He was with Brooklyn for 12 months.
what you expect from a team in a whole year, nigga, if you ain't been that franchise player, nigga, to take a team to the playoffs in the first place.
Right.
Making it cool, sucker ass basketball players, sucker ass moves like that, nigga. We're gonna be talking about what you did. We're gonna be talking about what you did. And when Brooklyn get a ring, we're gonna be talking about what you did. When Ben get a ring, now I mean, I hope he posted and tag you, nigga.
Shit, he ain't tagging me. He tagging Embiid. Fuck me. He got bigger problems than me. He tagging Embiid. He might not even tag the Sixers, but he tagging Embiid. I pray to God that Ben Simmons never gets a ring, because if he ever gets a ring, oh my goodness. Oh
I
my
know
goodness.
he's gonna wild up, and he's a young nigga too. So you already know, man. You already know he's a young nigga, man.
Real talk, man. He definitely gonna have to take out the trash if he do, man, because him and B is gonna be some furniture moving for sure.
That's a
For real, man.
yeah.
But yeah, man, my brother Talib, man, I appreciate you coming on the show as always. You always know it's a pleasure talking to you, my brother. Um, I do got a very, 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 very nice surprise for you. It's not finished or complete, but I will be showing it right here, right now. This is going to be the end of the show. I'm trying to figure out if I am going to premiere this portion of what I want to show Talib on the show, but uh, I do appreciate y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo podcast. Um, Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Like I did say in the beginning of the show, but I didn't have any audio. If you are somebody who works, if you get a W-2, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm gonna show you how you can keep more of the money that you earn or profit. Um, Other than that, man, appreciate y'all tapping in. John Quick, Talib Bands, we signing out. I may show y'all a little bit of. I'm gonna get this rolling. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop the feed as this is going. So I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of this, but not too much. You understand me, and that's how ballers do. Let's start this show. Let's start the show. Now I do have to correct the audio. It's funny, my name is Quick.audio, and audio is the name of the game. But the audio does have a little bit of issues.
Damn, man. Natural. That's it. Natural.
Yeah, I'll call you right now. Gotta fix that part right there.
Mm-hmm.